Welcome to Angel's Training Camp!
Welcome to Angel's Training Camp. Let's go, let's go! Welcome to Angel's Training Camp. It's fun, it's fun.
Hi campers! It's very good to see you again. So for this week, we are going to focus on something important. Why? Because English can be very complicated. So it pays to learn the basics. And when I say basics, this pertains to the foundation of speaking and writing using the English language. And one of the basics in learning English is studying the subject-verb agreement rules. Why? Because imagine, campers, without the subject-verb agreement rules, the world will be in deep. We don't want that, right? But kidding aside, when we don't know the SVA rules, the world will be in deeper chaos. So, we must learn about the rules. There are dozens. Now, to help you understand each comprehensively, let's discuss the first rule in this video. Are you ready? Good! So, here we go. The first subject-verb agreement rule is the subject and the verb must agree in number. That is right. Remember, campers, the subject and the verb should always be friends. No fights. Remember, these two should always go hand in hand. But wait! Do you remember what a subject is? How about the verb? Let us have a quick recall. So the subject is the who or the what in the sentence. Okay, meaning it is the topic or what the sentence is all about. Let us have some examples. First example. My mother cooks the best paella in town. Let us identify the subject in this sentence. I am giving you 3 seconds to identify the subject. Okay, very good. The subject in this sentence is my mother. Why my mother? Because it is the who. It is who is being talked about in the sentence. Okay? Another one. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Again, you have 3 seconds to identify the subject in this sentence. Okay, that is correct. The subject in this sentence is Thomas Edison. It answers the question who is being talked about in the sentence. I hope everything is clear about what the subject is. Now let us recall what a verb is. Verb can come in the form of action words. And when we say action words, there are movements, right? Let us have examples. First one. My mother cooks the best paella in town. Remember, we identified the subject in this sentence, which is my mother. So where is the verb? 3 seconds. Correct. The action word here is the word cook. That is right. Another example. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. The subject in this sentence, remember, is Thomas Edison. But what is the verb? That is right. Invented is the verb in this sentence. I hope everything is clear about the verb being an action word. But please take note, campers, that verb can also come in the form of linking verbs. When we say linking verbs, these do not express actions. No, they just simply link, yes, they just simply link the subject of the verb to the other parts of the sentence. What are examples of linking verbs? We have am, is, are, was, been, and where. These are only few of the linking verbs, but there are many. Okay? But please take note that when you see these words, yes, they are also verbs and they are called linking verbs. Let us have examples. First one. Sheila is dancing gracefully. Now, let's identify first the subject. What do you think is the subject in this sentence? Correct. Sheila is the subject and the verb here is. Very good. Next sentence. The kids were shouting so loud they woke up the dragon. What is the subject in this sentence? That is correct. The kids is the subject in this sentence. And the linking verb is? Right. The word where. Okay? Wow. I believe that you have understood our recall of what a subject is and what a verb is. So let us now move on to the main topic of this video, and that is the first subject-verb agreement rule. So remember, we said earlier that the verb and the subject must agree in number all the time. Okay? Meaning, when the subject is singular, the verb should be singular. When the subject is plural, the verb should be plural. Let us have examples. First one. Kevin writes well. Let us identify the subject in this sentence. The subject is Kevin. The verb is writes. This sentence is correctly written because the subject Kevin and the verb writes agree in number. Okay? Remember, how do we form singular verbs? By adding S at the end of the base form. Generally, okay? That's how we form the singular form of verbs. Another example. Rinoa buys a new phone. The subject in this sentence is Rinoa. It is singular because it pertains to one girl. And the verb in this sentence is buys. Okay? It is singular because we added S to the base form of buy. Okay? I hope that is clear, campers. So let's have more examples. And this time, I want you to answer. Okay? So the first sentence is Chloe blank, a mother of two beautiful kids. What linking verb should be used? I'm giving you 5 seconds to answer. That is right. Since the subject Chloe is singular, the linking verb that should be used is. Very good. Next sentence. Our dog blanked wildly at night. Remember that our sentence should be in simple present. So what action verb should we use? I'm giving you 5 seconds. Right. Our dog barks loudly at night. Very good. I think you have now understood the first rule on subject-verb agreement. But let's have more examples. Now let us focus on plural subjects. Okay? First sentence. The students are studying their lessons. What is the subject in this sentence? Right, the students. And the verb used is are. Why are? Because take a look at the subject. It is in plural form. And the plural linking verb that should be used is are. Okay? Another sentence. Filipinos work hard despite the challenges. What is the subject in this sentence? Filipinos. And the verb is work. Remember, we write the plural form of verbs by its base form. We don't have to add s or es or anything, just the base form of the verb. Okay, so this sentence, Filipinos work hard despite the challenges, is correctly written because the subject, Filipinos, which is plural, go hand in hand with the subject work, which is in plural form. So it's your turn now, campers, to answer. This is your sentence. The angels blank beautifully. I am giving you 5 seconds to answer. That is good. The angels sing beautifully. Good job, campers. So let us recall what the first SVA rule again. Right. The subject and the verb must always agree in number. Meaning, if the subject is singular, the verb should be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb should be plural. I hope everything is clear. Should you have any questions or clarifications, you can send us a message in our Facebook page, and that is Angels Rainy Camp. See you again next time, campers!